G'day, it's Drano here with a response to a comment I received on my bike, which was, nice bike, but the exhaust is a bit too quiet for my taste. And I really respect that, because it's such a personal thing, your exhaust note and how loud it is, how quiet it is, and how it sounds, its resonance, and all the rest of that good stuff. And I guess that's why we have so many different systems available. But so I wanted to just respond and indicate why I chose my exhaust. And there are three reasons primarily. The first one was that I wanted to increase my performance. I did a modification on the air intake. I put a Dragon's Breath air intake on there, and had the carbs rejetted, and had that all modified up. And I wanted to put a complete exhaust system on that would complement that, of course, and give me the biggest boost for performance. And the 2-into-1s generally tend to give you a better performance boost than the double barrel guys. So that was the first thing. I wanted a 2-into-1 system. And the second reason that I chose this particular exhaust was because I fell in love with the tip. Don't you dare. I fell in love with my tip, which is a shark fin tip. And Roadhouse was the only one who had this particular tip. Being proprietary, it only fit their exhaust. So if I wanted this tip, I had to get this exhaust. So that was the second kind of vain reason. The third reason was really because of the tone of the exhaust. See, as you can hear now, maybe if I flip my visor up, as you can hear, it's very civilized. Certainly got a better note than the original. So I wanted something that sounded a little better, a little louder. And I wanted something that, holy cow, this road is rough. I wanted something that barked when I got on it, but was civilized around neighborhoods. I mean, we have noise ordinances here in Oregon, as do most places. Last thing I want to do is get a ticket for having pipes that are too loud. And I had on my 650 motorcycle, my 650 V-Star, I had Vance & Hines, g'day mate, Cruisers slip-on exhaust, and that was loud. I mean, I started that sucker up after we put that on there. Whew. I don't know if that even makes it any better. I started that sucker up with those new slip-on exhausts, the Vance & Hines Cruisers on the 650. Holy cow, I scared myself so bad I nearly fell off the bike. Dogs were running and howling and running inside. Little children started crying. It was loud, and I swear I still have some ringing in my right ear, and I think it's from that exhaust. So I mean, it was loud. I really liked the tone of it, but you know, if you're sitting on a bike and you got a long trip and everything, that constant droning of the exhaust gets to be a bit much after a while. So I wanted something that was more civilized, but would also bark when I got on it. And so I can sneak into neighborhoods. I just ease off the exhaust, sneak into neighborhoods, not a problem. But it also barks if I do get on it, so that's kind of nice. So I like those. So those are really the three reasons that I got this exhaust. And I lucked out. The Roadhouse factory, there's been a change in ownership, and there have been changes in production, and they've had like a waiting list for these exhausts for the longest time, and we just happened to luck out. They just happened to have one in the stock room, and so we didn't have to go on a waiting list, and so I had my exhaust within a couple of weeks of deciding what I wanted. I don't think people are quite so lucky now. So anyhow, those are the reasons for why I chose my particular exhaust. As I said, it's a very much a personal preference, and there are a lot more louder ones out there, and this is definitely one of the more quiet 2-into-1 systems, but for me it's just perfect. So it's got bark when I want it, and it's nice and civilized the rest of the time. Anywho, take it easy, keep the rubber side down, and I'll catch you all later.